Hi, I'm Joe Wiesenfelder with Cars.com. I've always been a critic of Volkswagen's earlier SUV, the Touareg. So when I heard they were coming out with a smaller model, I figured, would it be any better? With the exception of the name Tiguan, or is it Tiguan? Neither of them is really very good. It's much better than the Touareg. Now the problem with the Touareg mainly was that it was too heavy. So now it has a pathetic 15 miles per gallon city and 20 highway, and that is for the most efficient one, even though it's really slow. Now this is an all-wheel drive Tiguan, which is the least efficient, and even it gets 18 miles per gallon in the city, 24 on the highway, and you can get even better mileage if you get front-wheel drive or a manual transmission. It's also plenty peppy. Now the Tiguan is about a foot shorter from bumper to bumper than the Touareg and about 5 inches narrower, but there's not much penalty in the inside. Actually, 4 cubic feet less passenger volume is not that bad. There's about an inch less legroom in the front seat, but there's actually a little bit more headroom. Some other nice things in this one, more modern, include the optional navigation system. Now instead of buttons alongside the screen, this is a touch screen, much better maps, better labeling, and it also has this interesting rocket feature. When you're using the zoom levels, you can just hit this one button and it zooms back. It gives you a wide view. Might seem gimmicky, but what it's doing is it's showing you all the traffic patterns, because there's real-time traffic information for major metropolitan areas on this. And you can see it's all green here, which is really weird. Traffic is not usually this good. Then it goes back down where it was. Also, for the backup camera, which comes with the option, when you put it in reverse, aside from just seeing what's behind you, you get lines to show you where your fenders will be, and then when you turn the wheel, it swings either way to show you where you will go. There's also a different mode you can push that gives you a pattern that helps with parallel parking. Kind of neat. We haven't seen anything like that except for in cars that park themselves, like the Lexus LS460. So the back seat is also roomy. There's actually a little bit more legroom and almost an inch more headroom than in the Touareg. Also, unlike the Touareg, you can adjust the seat forward and backward, which is good. Helps you share space between the passenger compartment and the cargo compartment. The backrest is also adjustable for angle. You got a center armrest. Now, there's more to it than that. You pull one strap and the whole thing goes down, and that's pretty much it. This rigid cargo cover might seem a little clunky, but it's actually much lighter and easier to remove than the retractable kind. Now, we found in cars where the second row rolls back and forth that you get a gap in the cargo floor, and the solution Volkswagen has here is this flap. Can't even really tell it's here. Keeps it smooth, nothing falls in, and if you're sliding some cargo in from the rear, it just slides right over. You also get some extra storage space alongside the spare tire here, so you can keep any valuables out of sight. It's well worth having. Now the Touareg does have more cargo space, as you might imagine. One thing it doesn't have is a front seat that also folds flat. So even though you have a shorter vehicle overall, you got a lot of room to work with here. Well, overall, the Tiguan, I think, is a much better vehicle than the Touareg, especially for today's times, high gas prices, etc. All it really gives up is a little interior space and some towing capacity. If you don't need that, this is a much better way.
For additional information on this car or any other, go to Cars.com and our blog, Kicking Tires.